What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Jets minicamp starts today. We'll have a video recapping day one later on in the afternoon, but wanted to come on this morning and talk about a clip that I saw going around on Jets Twitter, and it has to do with Justin Fields. So a criticism that I've seen of Justin Fields through OTAs, and I said it at the time, like, it is OTAs. This is something that he can improve on as the offseason goes on and into, mini camp and training camp and hopefully into the regular season. But more of the story, one of the criticisms that we've seen of Justin Fields is that at times he's held onto the ball for a little bit too long. And team reporter Eric Allen had some thoughts on this subject and actually go to the defense of Justin Fields on this one.
The other thing that I do want to comment on a little bit is that I know a lot of people are saying, a couple of the reporters have talked about, and I'm not taking shots here, but they've said, he's held on to the ball a little bit. I do want to say that, okay, he's learning a new system too, and he is also learning his receivers. Now, the only guy that he's had previous experience with is Garrett Wilson, as we know. So, there's going to be steps along the way. I think he's passed the ball well.
So there's a couple things that Eric Allen brings up that I think is totally fair with, Justin Fields learning a new offense, and he has to get chemistry with the wide receivers, and that this is something that should improve over time. Those are fair arguments and rebuttals to the reports that were coming out of training camp of Fields holding onto the ball. It's, Eric's giving the reasonings maybe behind that. The only thing I'll say, and I don't mean this as a shot to Eric Allen. He's nice enough guy. He does a good job for what he has to do as the team reporter. But if this wasn't an issue that was previously a thing for Justin Fields, I think Eric Allen would have a stronger point here. But there's a few things that stand out to why this is a legitimate thing that we should be talking about and maybe not brush it off as well. He's just getting chemistry with the receivers, and he's learning a new playbook. Last year, Justin Fields was the third longest time to throw in the NFL at 3.09 seconds. Only Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts had a longer time. Now, to Fields' point, this is usually a stat where scrambling quarterbacks have a longer time to throw because they are extending plays and making plays with their legs. But when those also result in high sack numbers, that's when you usually see, okay, this guy's holding on to the ball too long. It's also not just last year in Pittsburgh. Here's something from 2023 that shows this isn't some new problem. Justin Fields, this was from September of 2023. Justin Fields has taken 10 sacks this season, 9 of which have come after 4+ seconds. Since 2021, he has taken 79 of those sacks, 4+ seconds, 16 more than any other quarterback in the NFL. Again, that was 2023, which was year 3 for Justin Fields as the starter in Chicago. How about this one from 2022, year 2 as the starter from Seth Walder of ESPN? Justin Fields' high sack rate is most likely on him, not the Bears offensive line. He has 2 charts. On the left, Fields' astronomical sack rate comes despite a strong Bears pass block win rate. On the right, Fields takes sacks late. He has only taken 5 sacks this year under the median sack time, which is 4.29 seconds. So there's a lot of data to show that this is, something that has plagued Fields in his NFL career so far. And for me, I want to see him improve on it because I would love to see Justin Fields as a long-term answer on this New York Jets team. If he doesn't, unfortunately, I think we're going to see essentially what we have through his first 4 years in the league. There's going to be flashes of really, really good brilliance, and then there's going to be some frustration, and it kind of leaves you stuck somewhere in the middle where you're going, yeah, at times this looks like he can be the guy and is a special player because there's not many athletes at the quarterback position like him. But then there will be other moments where you're going, man, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that are taking those sacks and making those plays in a negative light. Now, again, if this is an area where he improves, that would be huge for the Jets because I think personally that's one of the biggest things that's holding him back. And to me, it's processing. So with him being a bit of a slow processor, that leads to him holding on to the ball more, which leads to him taking more sacks at over 4 seconds in length. So it's a kind of a domino effect. If he processes better or begins to process better, then the time to throw numbers will come down. As a result, his sack numbers will come down. And that's really, in my opinion, his path to success. So I don't really think this is an issue of him learning a new offense and trying to get chemistry with the receivers. Because again, like I was been saying in this video, this is something that's come up in his career before in both Chicago and Pittsburgh. But at the same time, while I'm saying that, hey, like this might be an issue, that's not me saying that there's 0% chance that he can improve it. Like we've seen guys develop late in their career. That's what I'm holding out hope for. But I don't think we can say it as a declarative statement that absolutely this is something that is going to get better once he gets chemistry. And in July during training camp and into the preseason, that this is just going to magically go away. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's something that he's going to have to really, really, really work hard on to improve at. But I do think it's a legitimate concern and question mark with Fields. But yeah, again, just wanted to come on here quick this morning and talk about it. Saw the video circulating around and excited to take a look at minicamp. We will have quotes from the head coach, Aaron Glenn, in the afternoon. So I'll be back this afternoon with another video. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.